my name is Kathy McSweeney, and I am president of the Rotary Club of Shrewsbury. And I'm here today with Beth Casavant.
Hi.
And we're going to talk a little bit about Rotary in general. Rotary is a service organization. Our motto is service over self. And we work throughout the year to do service projects, various service projects, but in order to fund those, we have some fundraising projects that we do. So we're going to talk, that's really why we're here. We have two coming up that we want to introduce you to and give you a chance to become involved, but also thought we'd take a step back and tell you about some of our service projects we've done. Just last week we had one.
We did.
Yep.
Despite the snowstorm,
Yep,
we were able
yep.
to go forward with our community dinner. And it was a wonderful show at the high school. They did a great job with the musical All Shook Up.
Yep.
And it was a great event, I think, for our seniors to
Yep.
go and enjoy.
They love it, and I think from what I heard from so many people, it was their era. So the music they just loved. But what we do is prepare a breakfast or a dinner for them, and so the ladies that work in the cafeteria at the high school volunteer their time, and we put out a great dinner. Joe Montecalvo organizes it, so we're going to give credit to Joe. Mm-hmm. But we had a chicken pot pie and ice cream sundaes for dessert.
And I'm sure after being trapped in the house with a snowstorm, it was really nice for everyone to be able to get out.
Yeah, I think was expecting 95 people and 92 people came. Mm-hmm. So that was a great outing. And we do that a couple times a year. There's a show in the fall that we do it for, and then the spring. And then he's putting together a third one this year. There's a orchestra that he has planned that he's bringing in and is coordinating. So he's still working to coordinate the dates, but for all those interested, keep a lookout for it. Because
so it's an orchestra concert?
Yes.
And will the Rotary be serving dinner prior to?
Absolutely.
That's great.
Yep.
Glad to hear that.
Yep.
It's really fun to be able to sort of serve a meal and have a chance to chat with some of the older members of our community and hear what's on their mind. And it's wonderful to see them supporting the arts at the high school as well.
Exactly. And I think the kids like to see them there too. It's it's just a great event, and I'm happy that Rotary can sponsor that a couple of times a year. And Joe does all the work managing it and managing us, making sure we're all in our spots with our Rotary t-shirts on.
Right.
So that's just one of the ones we do. Another one that's coming up, and I think we talked a little bit about this in the past, but the From the Heart, which is the book that is put together with writings from last year's book, was Abby Foster High School and Shrewsbury High. So a combination. The kids came together for a dinner, mm-hmm. Which was great because we combined, at each table there was some kids from Abby Foster, some kids from Shrewsbury High, and just got a chance to talk among themselves. There was a Rotary mentor there sort of leading the conversation, but I know I pretty much sat at my table, and once the conversation started between the kids, I just shut up and let them talk. But the new book is hot off the presses. I don't have it yet, but I know it's out, and we're planning another dinner at the high school, mm-hmm. which the people in the cafeteria are great to be volunteering and helping us. But
it's March 28th?
March 28th.
Looking forward to it.
Yep.
This is my first year in the Rotary Club, so I wasn't able to participate in this last year, but I am looking forward to being a part of it this year. And it's wonderful to see the writing that the kids produce.
Yep.
Very well done. And no one is turned away if they want to participate in this project, and it's a nice opportunity for every young writer to be published.
Absolutely, and that's sort of the thought. I think it was Stu and Judy Dean that came up with it and did so much of the work. I think they brought it from a club that they belong to in New York that mm-hmm. published it, and I've seen some of those books, and they're about this thick. So I think that's Stu's goal, to get a few more people each year. And I know this year we have 5 schools, so Shrewsbury High, Grafton High, and 3 schools from Worcester. So we're up to 5, and it is a partnership we do with our Worcester Rotary Club, so that's also a nice collaboration. But I think that's going to be a great event. The books are available for purchase. They're $10 each, and I think you'll start seeing them at some of the banks after the event on the 26th.
That's great.
Because that way, and I know I bought one, and what's nice about it is, like you said, there's no editing. So this is actually what the kids had to say in their own words and from the heart. So
that's a great opportunity, and I'm looking forward to it.
Another thing we did with Worcester, this was in conjunction with Worcester, but we just finished up a project for Abby's house.
Right.
Yep. So that, I think they're doing a major renovation and overhaul, a capital campaign to fix up some of the space they have. And between the Rotary of Shrewsbury and the Rotary of Worcester, we were able to volunteer or donate new bureaus for each of the guest rooms.
Right. And for people who don't know, Abby's house is a home for women and children. Is that correct?
Yep.
That are leaving abusive situations and trying to get back on their feet again. And so having a space to put your things, a bureau, it's a big deal.
It is.
When you've left everything behind, and just to have a way to keep your things
your own little space where you can just make it your own, and I think, and not be out of the suitcase. So it's a great a great project. And Angela Tivnan from our group is the one that was spearheading that in conjunction with the people from Worcester. So, those are some of the things we've done just this year, really, which has been great. But in order to pay for all of these things, we do some fundraising. One of the ones that people may have seen around is the calendar.
Right, it's a tradition.
It's a
Shrewsbury
tradition. Yep. And this one, even though it's middle of March and probably you have your calendar, what's great about this is just the pictures.
They're
it was
beautiful.
such a great idea to have the pictures. So I would say if you're interested in one, even if it's just for the pictures, I was thinking today, anyone who's looking to do some decorating even, cut up the calendar and you could get these framed, and there's just some great shots of Shrewsbury.
There really are.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
it's well done, and it's in color this year.
yes, our first color one.
Now, if someone wanted to purchase one of these calendars, where would they? What should they do?
Probably, we do have some at the banks around town, but also we're on Facebook, so they could very easily go to the Facebook page and say, hey, I'm interested. And
I manage that page, so
Yeah,
if
excellent.
someone
Yep.
does that on Facebook,
Yep.
I could get them a calendar, no problem.
And I would say that if Mindy McKenzie sees that post, she'll probably be at your house within a half hour.
I think so, and they're $5 a piece,
Yes.
correct?
Yep. So something, this is one of our first fundraisers of the year, or actually end of last year. And there's a couple of great ones coming up. Starting in April,
Yes.
which you were very involved in.
Yes, because I've done a few of these before through the middle school PTOs, so it's great to be able to bring this to the Shrewsbury Rotary Club and sort of pick up on a tradition that you all have been doing for many years, which is a recycling fundraiser on Earth Day. So this is coming up on Sunday, April 22nd, and we are having it at Town Hall from noon to 3 p.m. And I'd like to just go through some of the items that people can drop off. I know with all of these snowstorms and being stuck in the house, I've been doing a lot of cleaning out.
Yeah.
And hopefully other people
Way to use
have
your
as
time
well.
effectively.
Exactly, and even year round, like I just kind of keep a pile of things that you can't put into the trash, really. So it's an electronics and textiles recycling.
And textiles is new this year
It
for
is
us,
new
right?
this year. Melissa Hollenbeck has recently joined Rotary, and we've partnered before because she also has children at the middle school to bring the textile recycling collection to the middle school, and it works out really well. The best thing about the textiles is there's no cost to the person dropping off. It's all gain for the Rotary Club. So what happens is people will drop off their textiles, and then at the end of the 3 hours, a big empty truck pulls up and they put all of the stuff on the truck, and then they weigh the truck, and we get paid $200 a ton. It ends up, when we've done it for the middle school, we would make $600 just on textiles. So people can bring anything that's clean and dry.
So clothes? Can you bring clothes too? Okay.
Yep, clothing, shoes, belts, purses, luggage. The only thing we really don't accept with the textiles is carpets or rugs.
Okay.
No stuffed animals, and I know that breaks people's hearts because we all just have bags of them and don't know what to do with them. And no pillows.
Okay.
But other than that, we've had people bring sleeping bags.
Reams of fabric, can you do that?
Yes,
Okay.
anything like that. I know I personally keep like a couple of trash bags in my basement, and anytime like socks get holes in them or my towels get frayed, I just put them down in those bags, and then when these textile recycling events come up, I just grab those bags and go.
Great idea.
Because you think about things that,
Yeah, I have like 3 bolts of fabric that, I always buy too much. And so, they're just sitting in the corner of a room. So I want to
Right.
get those over there. But I didn't think about the clothes. That's really good.
I was like, don't throw your socks out.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
Mom's crazy, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
They do. Well, because it's every dollar really does matter.
Right.
And this is a really easy way.
And why put it in the trash? I mean,
Exactly.
you pay as you throw. So you certainly, if there's a way to recycle something and limit what you're throwing out.
Sure.
Yep.
I definitely agree with that. So as far as the electronics go, pretty much if it has a cord, we probably take it. And printers, scanners, old cell phones, radios, games, toys, if they're metal toys, no plastics, any kind of dehumidifier, anything you can think of really. Old pots and pans as far as metals go. For equipment, we take lawnmowers and snow blowers and power tools. We just ask that people drain any sort of fuel or oil first. We can't take those kinds of things. They're hazardous.
Now, last year they took my mother's old exercise bike.
Oh, yeah. We've had people
Which I
come
wouldn't even think of.
with treadmills, refrigerators,
Okay.
all kinds of things that you can't really figure out a way to get rid of. Any kind of appliances or white goods, HVAC equipment, things like that are fine. We don't take any plastics.
And that's hard because some things are part metal, part plastic. So what are some of the things that people would expect to bring, but really they can't?
Sometimes some lawn furniture, maybe you can't.
Okay.
One of the things I do notice though, if you pull up with stuff, there are people from the company that we use that will come and look at it and they'll just say yay or nay.
Okay.
So if you have a question about it, that's usually the best way to do it. If you can't get an answer beforehand, and I'm happy to answer people's questions. We won't take any upholstered furniture, no styrofoam, no fluorescent bulbs, no paint, no hazardous material, no mattresses, no mercury, things like that. And one of the things too is that the recycling market, which I think people in Shrewsbury are starting to feel, it changes all the time and they become more strict as to what they will or will not accept. And one of the things that has a separate charge would be any computer monitors, televisions, audio speakers, or car seats. So we have to charge separately for those. Otherwise, it's $30 to $40 for a carload of stuff. So
and that's a carload. So you can have your trunk full, your hatchback full. Yeah,
so if you're pulling in with like a regular sedan or just, a normal size vehicle, it's a $30 charge. If you're pulling in with a pickup truck or something larger, we charge you $40. But then too, there's people that will just come and be like, I just have this humidifier, and we'll just charge you $5. And you drop it off.
All right.
So.
That sounds like a great deal because just to buy one of those stickers from the town is $10.
It's $10.
So if you've got 4 items, you might as well come in and give it to us.
Right. And one of the things I've noticed is like people will come up with, say, 3 or 4 televisions. The televisions are $35 each. Each.
All right. And we have to do that because that's what they charge us.
And it honestly isn't even making any money for us. This is what the company charges us to remove them.
And so the computer monitors the same.
$20 for a computer monitor. Audio speakers are $20 and car seats are $20. The nice thing is car seats usually have a fabric cover. Now because we're taking the textiles, we just take the fabric cover off, we put it with the textiles, your car seat goes
Now
through.
that to me I would think would be plastic though. It's not?
I don't know, they take car seats.
Maybe because there's a separate charge, they have a different way to deal with them.
No idea.
Now that's what I think is going to be the hardest thing is to identify some of the plastics that maybe we could take in years past that we can't. But I guess just be patient with us. If we can't take it, it's not us. It's really the kind of the stricter rules that we're forced to deal with now. And we're seeing that in town a little bit too. They're just adhering to the rules have been there forever. We've just been getting away with it for a while.
Exactly. So. And Tierra Santa is the group the company that we've been using, and they're great. Really right there to help, and we'll answer any questions. So
yeah. Hopefully it'll be a warm day.
I hope so.
The last time I worked at it was kind of cold and raw.
Yes.
So
I've frozen before doing them at the middle school.
But it's an Earth Day, so you want to do it on Earth Day.
It is great to do it on Earth Day, and I think it's wonderful because it brings out so many of our Rotarians to help and to volunteer and to be a part of the day. So there's that camaraderie piece that goes with it also, which is great.
Yeah, and of course, and that's what Rotary is all about. Really, it's getting together. We have our monthly or weekly meeting at the post office pub and. Right? Grafton, right over the line. So people are welcome to join us, and that's a big part of it. We have a speaker most weeks, so we have a nice lunch, we have a guest speaker, but then it's these events that get us out into the field and actually, the service events, which is really what we're all about. So so we like to do this. And this is going to be a cold weather event perhaps, but we do have something coming up at the end of June, which will be hopefully warm and fun
This is really exciting, and I'm sad that my co-chair, Stephanie Luz, had to leave because she had a sick child that she needed to pick up from school. She got the call just as we were sitting and waiting. And I said, don't worry about it. I can handle this. And we're working together on this. But she has been heading us up now. This is her 3rd year. And this is our 3rd annual Food and Brew Fest.
Yep. Actually, Jason Palish did it the first year, and then Stephanie took over last year, so it's her second. But our 3rd year doing it, and Steph has brought it to a new level.
She sure has, and it's a lot of fun actually working with her, and I'm looking forward to seeing this event come to fruition. So that's scheduled for Sunday, June 24th, from noon to 3 in the parking lot of Avidia Bank, and. It was held there last year. I'm not sure where you did it the first year. Was it also?
The first year we did it at the Central One Credit Union.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So and then when Stephanie took over, obviously she brought it to her bank.
Well, she's the branch manager at Avidia, and so we're having it at Avidia Bank. It's nice because it's centrally located and it's very easy for people to park. We have parking at Beale School, the post office, the Santander. So there's plenty of places for people to park. And basically, it is a day designed for families. There's a lot of festivals of this nature that focus more on brew. Ours is pretty well balanced between food and then beer and wine samplings, and we really are working to make it family friendly with an area for kids. Kids are free, under 12 can come in free. We aren't charging for those tickets. And we have a lot of things that I think they would like. We have a list of participating restaurants so far that I'd love to, to share with you.
Who's in so far?
So far we have Basil and Spice with Buffalo Wild Wings, Burton's, Aviva Cucina, which I believe is the new restaurant in Marlborough at the Apex Center, Honto Asian, which just opened in Northborough, Muya, Not Your Average Joe's, and Shrewsbury Pizzeria.
So you don't have to be a Shrewsbury restaurant. Anyone's welcome.
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
We've definitely tried to draw from the surrounding communities because people who live in Shrewsbury tend to eat in the area around us. So we try to cast a pretty wide net to get a nice variety of different sorts of food vendors for this event. And it worked out pretty well. We're still waiting for a few more. And then as far as our beer and wine, Broken Creek, which is our local Shrewsbury winery.
We did a Rotary event there too.
And it was really, and they have great product. And
great
they're
setting,
a lot of
great
fun.
Product.
We have Champlain Orchard Cidery, Deja Brew, Harpoon Brewery, Jack's Abbey Craft, MS Walker Fine Wines, Moon Hill Brewing Company. Sam Adams is donating beer to our event. Wachusett Brewing Company, and then Owen O'Leary's just signed on.
Great. Oh, good.
So we're really excited to have that many vendors.
And but there is room for more, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely. And we do have a website. It's shrewsburyfoodandbrew.com. where we have all of our sponsorship opportunities and also vendor applications if they wanted to become a food or brew vendor.
So if someone wanted to get involved but didn't necessarily want to have a booth there, they could be a sponsor?
Yes, and we have different sponsorship levels beginning at the $250 level. We've named them after beer, so that would be the yard level.
Excellent.
And then the growler level is $500, the keg level is $1,000, and the barrel level, which would be our presenting sponsor, is $1,500. And we do have some committed sponsors already, which is great. Avidia Bank, of course, and I don't want to miss anybody, so I do just want to grab the paper to make sure that I don't miss anybody who's lots of paper. So I know Avidia Bank is a committed sponsor, Central One Federal Credit Union, Shrewsbury Federal Credit Union. And then we just learned that Wegmans is also going to be a $500 sponsor of our event.
And they've participated every year, but this is a new level for them, isn't it? Aren't they getting a little bit more involved?
Yes, which is really nice to see.
Yep.
And so having those sponsorships helps to defray the cost of putting on the event. And then, of course, that means more funds for Rotary to do the good things that we are doing for the community.
And it is, I know one of the biggest expenses, that tent, which is good because if it's too hot, we have it, but also if it rains. So it is rain or shine.
It is a rain or shine
event,
yes. And tickets are actually already available. You can visit Eventbrite if you wanted to purchase your tickets online. I'm also getting some tickets printed as we speak, and those will be available at some of the banks in town, Avidia, Central One. We're hoping Unibank. Oh, Unibank is a sponsor also. I think I failed to mention that. So we'll have those available for purchase.
We have a lot of bankers in Rotary, so they provide us with a lot of support.
We certainly do, but I don't know what we would do without them, honestly. And the tickets right now, before the event in advance, are $30 for food and brew, $20 for just food. And like I said, kids are free. So we do hope that people will come with their families. And there's going to be a play area for kids.
And what will other I know last year there was, Stephanie brought I think she had a cornhole, which she brought just really to keep her kids occupied, but ended up having a little cornhole game going over there.
So we're just planning to do that sort of just very wholesome, old-fashioned entertainment for the kids. Jump ropes, bubbles, sidewalk chalk, cornhole. We have a couple beanbag tosses and just setting that up. And
all right, so it's beer and wine, but it's still family. Families is still a big part of it.
And it's set far enough back from the road that families aren't going to have to worry about their kids being like right on Maple Avenue. We kept the kids area to the back.
And then you would have had to get past all those restaurants to get out anyway.
Exactly. And actually, I'm very excited this year. We're going to be having a beer toss.
Nice. Oh, okay. So how
do you
toss beer?
Exactly what this was either, but apparently it is the new thing. So it's almost, think of it as like a carnival game, and it's set up like a set of stairs. So it's like a 3-tiered step thing, and they're the big big bottles of beer that have a name. I'm not quite sure what they're called.
Are they growlers?
Maybe growlers.
Okay.
I'm not positive, but they're the big ones. And then you set them up, and we're going to be charging a set amount for like 3 tosses, and you toss the rings like a carnival game. Whatever beer you ring around is yours to keep.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right, that'll be really fun.
I think so.
Yep.
You know, just something interactive to go alongside our extensive raffle drawing, where we're going to be having some baskets with some donated items from the community and from some of our vendors.
And I guess that would be another way for a vendor to get involved. Whether if they didn't want to be one of those levels, they could just give us a gift basket and we could raffle it off.
That's absolutely true. And we would
Okay.
love that. Even just gift certificates are most welcome because
Okay.
we can use those to build baskets, donations of beer and wine.
Okay.
Sports tickets would be wonderful to
Okay.
have.
All right.
People love to have sports tickets. Last year we had 4 Red Sox tickets in our drawing. So
Okay.
that was a hot item. Yeah, really anything. And people can just visit our Shrewsbury Rotary Facebook page. They can visit the Food and Brew Facebook page and just get in touch with a Rotary member if you
Right.
have something that you want to donate or give to us for this event. It'd be
So
great.
either that Facebook page or even our Facebook page if they wanted more information on it or to buy the tickets, either
Yeah.
one. All right.
Yes.
This is going to be great. We have a couple of really exciting things coming up.
I think so.
I think it's going to be it's a good year. It's a good event. And so for those people interested in Rotary, join us at one of those. Join us on a Monday. And
Mondays at 12:15.
Yep. We'd love to have you, tell you a little bit more about our organization and everything we do. And I think we've covered a lot.
We certainly have.
I think it's going to be a great spring into the summer, and hopefully we could just continue to do the more service, the better. Service over self is our motto. So we
Right.
want to really work, and I appreciate everything you have done on both of these committees.
This has been a lot of fun.
Yep.
It's really great to be able to work with my fellow Rotarians, and people are so enthusiastic, and it makes it so much easier.
It does, and it's a group that I've met some people that I've known from town and really got to meet them and get to know them at another level and really feel like you're giving back to the town. So it's
Yeah.
been very, very fulfilling.
It certainly is.
Yeah, it is. So thank you very much for joining me today and
this
for
was great.
covering for Stephanie.
No
I'm
problem.
sure, but you'll see her on the 24th
Yes.
for everyone out there. And
Yes.
I'm Kathy McSweeney. This is Beth Casavant, and on behalf of the Shrewsbury Rotary Club, we thank you very much for your time today.